Prepares to emerge from bankruptcy, some of the city's most successful business leaders are looking for ways to help out.
And they are getting together this week for an event that's being called Detroit Homecoming. And joining us this morning to shed some light on what will be discussed is the event's co-chair and former publisher of Fortune magazine, Jim Hayes. Thank you so much. It's an honor to have you with us this morning. First of all, how did this idea for the Detroit Homecoming come about?
Well, actually, it's kind of the outgrowth of a conversation I had one day with Laura Trudeau of the Kresge Foundation. We were talking about things that should be done or could be done. And she said, I've always had a notion to do something with expats, people who grew up here, were raised here, were educated here, but moved on to very distinguished careers elsewhere. And I really kind of picked up on that, and I sort of pressed her on it. She said, well, we don't have time to do it. Our plate is full, but if you want to do something with it, fine. So I took the notion to Keith Crane, my old pal, and Keith just jumped on it and said, let's do it. And that was exactly 12 months ago.
Wow.
That was fast.
Early September last year, this was just an idea, it was a notion, and here we are about to host a very significant, potentially very powerful event this week.
Now, who are some of the people that are coming back for the homecoming?
Well, the focus is really on the expats, and the list of people who are expats, who grew up here and doing marvelous things elsewhere, really is a dazzling list. I mean, they're high-tech entrepreneurs, they're corporate leaders, they're real estate investors and developers, actors, performer, writers. So we've reached out to them in a very coordinated, sophisticated fashion. So we have 155 expats coming back. That was our target. And the focus is really on inspiring them, reconnecting them with their old hometown, letting them see all the wonderful things that are going on, but at the same token, expose them to the challenges and the needs, the things that have to be done. So to help us with that, we have some very interesting speakers coming. The keynote speaker on Wednesday night will be Dan Doctoroff, who's the CEO of Bloomberg. A very interesting man by the name of Quentin Primo, who grew up in downtown Detroit, moved to Chicago. He's one of the largest global real estate developers and investors in the world. And he's coming back. And Warren Buffett's coming, and Warren Buffett's going to be making a speech about why I'm bullish on Detroit. Now, that will certainly be a highlight of.
People are going to be listening to what he has to say. They always do. So you've been working on this for only a year, and you've gotten 150 people who were originally from here to come back. What was the reception like when you picked up the phone or emailed them to reach out and ask them to come be a part of this?
They were enthralled.
Yeah.
I mean, the depth of feelings about this community and those people who have some connection here is really quite inspirational. I mean, they're interested, they want to get involved, they want to participate. The reaction has been overwhelming. And that's not just the reaction from the expats. The sponsors in town who saw the value of the idea and immediately said they wanted to be a part of it. They've been very generous and very supportive and very enthusiastic about their involvement.
Wonderful.
So you have the 155 people coming back. What do you want them to do when they leave at the end of the weekend? What's the takeaway?
Well, our goal here, is to reconnect them with the town, educate them what's going on, and inspire them to take action. This is not just a regular conference. There's the underlying purpose here, and the underlying mission here is to inspire them to take some action. Now, some of them can come from a business standpoint, can make a commercial investment. They can open an office here, they can bring a meeting here, they can open a call center here. Others with a more of a philanthropic spirit, they can support some of the numerous initiatives that are really helping rebuild Detroit. We prepared a prospectus, which is a very practical, hands-on guide.
A how-to.
A how-to, exactly right. And so hopefully they will leave really energized about getting involved here. But
you're energizing us, I think, just talking about this. Is there going to be follow-through? Like, are you going to have this every year? Is it going to be an annual event?
It's going to be an annual event. We've committed to do it for 3 years in a row. I hope it goes way beyond that. But this is really the first step in an ongoing, year-long initiative of reaching out to expats to reconnect them. So we won't just kind of go from homecoming to homecoming. All year long, there will be an ongoing effort to re-engage these people in their city.
Well, Jim Hayes, thank you so much for joining us this morning to talk about.
I appreciate your questions. This is great.
Detroit's homecoming, and we look forward to hearing more about it throughout the year.